Welcome back to It's a Tool Thing. Today with a tabletop video with my newish Impact going into service in the shop. I've been running this Ingersoll titanium for probably at least 10 years, I would say. And it wasn't new when I got it, but it's definitely been down on power these days. Been running it with the swivel fitting here for a couple of years. I used to use the whip hoses, but I kept having problems with air leaks. Haven't had any problems with these being air leaks, which is nice when you're under truck. Don't hear that whistling. But this has been a gun, this Nitro Cat 1200K. It's been one of my spares. I'm not even sure where I got it. I've had it for some time. It's been a spare that I've had in my truck. I don't remember even buying it, so I'm not sure if it came with something else that I bought and just don't remember. But I just put the new swivel fitting on it. I've just been having a regular fitting in it. It's been a backup gun. But the other day I was started pulling off some frame mounts on a truck, and the Ingersoll titanium wouldn't break them loose. So I went ahead and got out the Nitro Cat, and I was able to break those bolts loose. So I decided to go ahead and put this one into service in the shop. I just put that swivel fitting in today. I'm going to kind of relegate this to a backup, which I already have one of these in my shop truck. And exact same Ingersoll titanium. And I'm going to pretty much use my cordless tools unless I need an air gun for some reason out in the shop truck, and run this one for a while and see what I think. The first thing I noticed was the overall height of these guns. This Nitro Cat is probably a good ½ inch longer, and pulling those mounts off, it was actually a bit of a struggle to get it into location because there was a body panel in the way when I had this on the outside of the frame, and it was kind of backing into it. I was able to get it out, but I did notice that as far as height of the gun, they are very similar. The width of the gun, also very similar. I think the Ingersoll is maybe a 1/8 or 1/4 of an inch thinner, which I guess could make a difference, but that seems within reason. So the length, it didn't really make a difference, but it could in some cases. I do have a shorter ½ inch impact gun, one of the micros. As far as the controls on the back, that's been one of the issues I've been having with this Ingersoll titanium for some time, is these buttons. There's no real good detent in either direction, and I tend to notice, especially when I'm breaking stuff loose, that it'll be slightly depressed, and I don't seem to be at full power, and I'll push it down and then get more power out of it. But recently I've been checking that, and it has been depressed, and the gun seems like it's slightly underpowered. It has the power selector here, which I just leave on full. I've never been a big fan of power modes on air guns. I suppose if you have one that has a real touchy trigger, or if you're a little excitable on the trigger because you got to be under control, or you could break something. This one here is using the shift style, just a single lever, and it's got I think it's 3 positions on high and just full reverse. I'm going to continue using it as either full forward or full reverse. The trigger seems to be reasonably sensitive, but I do like the fact that the detents on this, I can actually feel those spots, so I don't feel like it's going to fall out of the position. So that's definitely an advantage. If you guys haven't come across a new channel on YouTube, I'm going to give him a shout out. He's been doing an excellent job. He actually taught me a little bit about these Nitro Cat. He actually did a torque test on 1250K, which I don't know if that's the newer version of this or if it's just a slightly bigger version. But the torque test channel He's really been getting out some good information, and he did a breakdown of it and explained that this mechanism is different than your standard hammer or dual hammer assembly. And it actually takes, I'm going to go ahead and do it. He said it takes, I think it was 530 motor oil in this plug. So I'm probably going to service this one up. And I think he said an ounce or something, if I remember correctly. But if you haven't seen the Torque Test channel on YouTube, give him a check out. Tell him It's a Tool Thing sent you over. I don't know the guy, but I've sent messages back and forth when I'm watching his videos. I really enjoyed his series. He's been doing air guns, cordless guns. So he's been doing a great job. You should check him out. Like I said, I'm going to be running this as my new primary in the shop over the Ingersoll Rand, put it into a backup roll. But I'm still probably going to end up getting a new one. And I was curious what you guys think is the best value for horsepower. Definitely I want something that's got some get up and go. My standard rule is that you're never going to get any more power out of the gun than when it was new. So you want to get something that's got a lot of power, but it also needs to last a long time, because if it only has a lot of power for 6 months or a year or even a couple years, that's it's not worth the investment, even if it's a reasonably priced gun. Where compared to some of the higher priced guns, Snap-on, like I think it's the MG 725, if I remember correctly, is the 1/2 inch air, which I have used. It definitely has more power than this gun, and that was a couple years ago when I didn't feel like this gun was being quite the slouch that it is today. And I've heard that new Matco 1/2 inch gun has got some chutzpah. I don't have a Matco dealer, so that one's kind of out. Plus, I'm looking more in the price range of maybe $300, something in that range. So I was curious what you guys thought, what your experiences have been. So if you could put that down in the comments, start a little conversation, I would appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. Have a great day.